Welcome back, Jags. I'm Dylan Fonville. On today's show, we've got updates about next year's calendar, and we'll tell you all about the robotics team and have some sports highlights. This is JAG TV. If you didn't know, the calendar for the 2022-2023 school year has been posted online. Elsa and Ethan tell us more.
The 2022-2023 school year calendar is now posted on the NEISD website and has some new noticeable changes from previous calendars.
For 22-23, we're going to be starting on August 10th, which is actually a Wednesday, and then we'll be finishing up on May 25th, which is a Thursday.
The district hopes that the new calendar will allow teachers to have more days to get prepared for the upcoming school year.
What we're trying to do is what a lot of districts around the state do is by starting a little bit earlier, it allows to have a couple of staff development days where kids are not in school because you only have to go a certain amount, but the teachers are able to get some planning done and prepare. That's the reason the schedule has moved. It's going to give the district 2 or 3 days during the year where it'll be teachers only to help with their staff development.
Along with the teachers, some extracurricular classes will have to make some changes to their planning.
I think the new calendar kind of was same with athletics. It's going to cut our band camp time down by a couple of days. We're losing about a week.
For a band, the earlier start date isn't too far from the start date in 2021.
It's actually pretty similar. We started camp last year on the 28th. This year we'll start on the 25th, so we're really only starting about 3 days earlier. The biggest difference is our color guard and percussion will start a week prior to that.
Even with an earlier start, directors and coaches think the campus will adapt.
I have no concerns. I know that the band is going to be great. I know that our athletics are going to be great. I know our fine arts are going to be great. Our campus is extremely resilient and adaptable, and it's going to be a great year.
For JAG TV, this is Elsa Hajia reporting.
The robotics season is wrapping up, but the team enjoyed some success this year. Naima has more.
For students looking to combine both STEM and hands-on learning, the robotics team is one option to consider.
Since elementary school, and I always liked to, build robots and just drive them in general.
Joined robotics because I was interested in learning about the building and programming.
Each year, the team competes in competitions grouped in regions.
We're in the Alamo region, and first we'll organize the meets and provide resources and support for any team in that region.
But this isn't all about competing, because the person you go against may be your alliance member the next round.
The meets are held at various different high schools. We compete against a multitude of different teams. In a game, it's where you team up with another team and then are against another team of two.
And the teams work together, and they are encouraged to work together with other schools to get better at building their robot and learning how to program their robot and troubleshooting their robot.
While that might sound complicated, it's not, and team spirit can go a long way.
After this league, you go to area. After the area, the top 4 from the area, and about 3 or 4 special teams that weren't beat everybody, but had a great robot or great notebook or good spirit or whatever, you can advance and go to first and still represent your school.
For any information to join next year, you just need to see Coach Brandy Haynes in room E309. For JAG TV, this is Naima Carey.
The state debate competition is coming up, and Johnson has some strong competitors. Nico and Ezra have the details.
Debate will be sending their students to compete at state level this year.
Hi, my name is Joshua Walking Stick. I compete in student congressional debate and extemporaneous speaking.
My name is Abhived Pulapaka. I do Lincoln, Douglas, and World Schools debate.
Hi, my name is Brian Martinez, and I do congressional debate.
The students will be heading to Corpus Christi area during the first part of March to compete. Students have worked towards qualifying all season.
Essentially where people who qualify for state, which they do by winning certain amount of points, by placing at certain tournaments, we're all going to compete at the state championship.
To be ready, these students spend a lot of time on research.
So a lot of my practice goes into prepping. So they give us a docket with a list of different topics and legislations that we have to kind of study up on. And then once I find enough information, sources, credible evidence, I then practice giving like a extemporaneous speech using that info.
I'm Nicholas Estavio from JAG TV reporting.
And now, here's Jordan and Braxton with JAG Sports.
Welcome back, Jags. Coming up, we have results from action on the court and on the soccer field. We also have regional wrestling results and reactions to a huge victory for basketball. This is JAG Sports. The Jags continued action on the basketball court this week with the boys playing Lee and the girls starting the playoffs against Wagner. The boys beat Lee 57-46 and the girls are moving on to round 2 of the playoffs, beating Wagner 79-72. We caught up with senior Sierra McDermott and junior Julia Plata and got their reactions to the big win.
It was a great feeling. We had fought the whole game and come back. We started out well and then they came back, and then to be winning at the end of the game was a great feeling. We had fought through the whole game and we continue on to the next round. As a team, we're going to have to play the same way we played against Wagner and be consistent. We also have to execute our plays and be the more aggressive team overall.
The boys will start their playoffs next week and the girls will take on McNeil tonight at 7 at Hayes High School. Come out and support the Jags in their playoff run. The soccer teams took on Lee last week. The boys lost 1-0 and the girls tied with the Volunteers 1-1. The JAG wrestlers took to the mat on Friday and Saturday at the regional championships. 3 of our wrestlers won the regional championship. Captains Troy Guerra, Caleb Sebra, and CJ Adair were winners, and the team finished 3rd place overall. Track season is kicking off today, so we caught up with senior Kanan Fairley to find out his thoughts and expectations for his senior season.
So I have 10 different offers from 10 different schools, mostly for football here. My best one so far has been West Texas A&M, and I'm considering a lot of different schools, but I also have considered going for track as well. Anything to, get better and really be able to broaden my horizons. Track has always been my second sport, but I hate to admit it, I've almost been better at track, if anything. I have had a lot more accolades, a lot more experience in track. So I do 5 events. I do like a pentathlon almost. I do the 100, the 110s, 300 hurdles, 110 hurdles, and high jump, sometimes long jump as well. Well, really it just comes down to me wanting to get better. Anything to get better and really be able to, boost my leadership abilities out on the track or on the football field, anywhere possible where it's applicable in my life is really what it comes down to. If anything, injuries have never really been a problem for me, and I definitely know that the times I have been injured, I've been able to recover pretty quickly.
That's all for JAG Sports. We will be back next week with more JAG scores and highlights. See you next time, Jags.
If you're looking for something to do when the weather is nice, the Pearl Market might have the answer. Abigail takes us there.
Right by the Riverwalk, San Antonio's historic Pearl hosts a farmer's market every weekend.
We're a rain or shine market, but we close on major holidays like Christmas and Easter.
The Pearl Farmers Market is open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays.
The Saturday market is a true farmers market with produce vendors and meat vendors, cheese vendors, plus a added value, which is our artisan foods. Sunday's market is a maker's market, so we have artisans come that make things that have to do with, that relate to food and agriculture.
Small businesses like Madge's Food Company have been selling goods and creating bonds with regulars at the Pearl for years.
Oh, we love it here. I mean, we don't have to be here, we choose to be here.
The farmers market also brings plenty of business to the surrounding shops.
They love it. It brings about 3,000 to 5,000 people a day when it is open, and those people will go and shop and eat in the restaurants. So yeah, it's a great thing for the property.
And if you want to bring your furry friend, that's always an option at the Pearl.
They're welcome. They just have to be on a leash. We love our dogs. Sometimes there are more dogs than people.
The Pearls Farmers Market has been open and running for 13 years now, and it's only growing as time goes on.
Take your time and wander around. Definitely ask questions. It's a place for everybody.
From the Pearl, this is Abigail Henning for JAG TV.
And don't forget, Monday, February 21st is an early release day. For more updates before our next show, follow us on Instagram at JAG Student Media or on Twitter at MyJagNews. That's all for today. See you next time, Jags.